How far-fetched do you think it is to be able to make $500,000 in 1 month from YouTube?
Pretty far-fetched, actually. You'd have to really go crazy with the Adsense.
We're going to talk about how this actually happens.
Without Adsense. Hey, it's Scott Christopher here with Nate. Be the hero, Nate Woodbury.
He likes to introduce me that way.
Why not?
Scott, the actor.
Scott Christopher, you can click on me up here, my little channel. We'd love to have you. But spending time with Nate is something that I do rather frequently because I enjoy learning more. And sometimes you learn just from hearing great success stories. And sometimes they're moderate and modest successful stories, which still is exciting to me. And other times they're just like, holy cow, this is crazy how much money these people made. You're going to tell us one of those today.
Yeah, literally $500,000 in a month.
$500,000.
$500,000 US dollars in 1 month from YouTube. So this was not one of my personal stories, but it's a story that it's a channel that I've studied and I watched this whole thing happen. So let me just show you. Let me introduce you to
Let you entertain me.
Derek Muller. So
Okay.
Derek Muller is a Canadian. He loves science. He lives in Australia. And as I started to follow him, he's got 4.7 million subscribers now.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I started following him when he had 1 million. So it was a significant channel, and I saw him traveling. Let me go back.
Yeah, a million. You're still doing really, really good with 1 million.
I just didn't typically watch science videos, but there's this video right here, Facebook fraud. That one caught my attention because it was relating to social media and marketing and whatnot, and it caught, Facebook fraud. So I watched that video. And then I noticed this video right here, he came to Utah. This video, Can Silence Actually Drive You Crazy? It was filmed, see the sound foam here?
And you live in Utah. We're in Utah.
Yeah, down at Brigham Young University. Apparently, I never saw it, but they have this sound room with like 3 feet thick sound foam. That you see that behind him.
Yes.
And it's in this room. There's like a wire mesh floor that he walks on, which is on top of.
I think it's in the science building. I'm pretty sure I've been there.
I want to go.
Keep going.
So, anyway, I noticed that he came to Utah, and then I started following him and realized this guy, he's got 1 million subscribers. He's traveling the world making these videos. How does he survive? And I started figuring out, how he made a living as a YouTuber. I kept asking myself this question, or had this thought, why doesn't he start a business? Why doesn't he sell his own product? Or why doesn't he put on his own science events or something like that? I just thought people love him.
Yeah.
People love he posts a new video and it gets hundreds of thousands, or in fact, this is a while ago, but I know his videos were averaging 1.2 million views per video. So he just posts a video, it'll get 1.2 million views. So I had that question. Well, so fast forward to this video right here. See, that's Derek, and he's holding a plastic molecule. He made a product that had magnets in it. So instead of the ball and stick models that I used in chemistry, he could create molecules with magnetic bonds that could rotate, and they worked a lot better. Now, every video that I'd seen previous, 100% educational. Nothing sold, nothing pitched. Sometimes in the outro of the video, he would recommend Audible. So he would, he could pitch something there, but that was always in the outro. The videos were always just educational. This video was educational, but it was about how to use this product that he was launching on Kickstarter.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he launched a Kickstarter campaign, and I'm just going to go to Kickstarter, the website, and I'll show you. His goal was to reach $42,000. He hit that goal in 2 hours. And then at the end of that period, I believe it was like between 4 and 5 weeks, he reached over $500,000 in funding for this Kickstarter campaign. Now, I want to ask you, the viewer, and you, Scott, do you think a molecule kit is exciting enough to have a Kickstarter campaign that's that successful?
Well, of course not. I mean...
So why did it do so well, $500,000?
Because everybody loves him.
Yeah, because he has a successful YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So we talk about influence on this channel a lot. He built a tribe.
Well, and also, by the way, the pledges are pennies. I mean, $4, $7. You know what I mean? If he's got loyalty and people that love what he does and appreciate his work, and all they have to do is pledge $5, I mean, that adds up pretty quick with 1.5 million.
That's a good point. So the smaller pledges, that one's just a thank you. This one, you get some photos. You get up here and you get a kit of, so you pledge $42, or you get a T-shirt. You get a kit that have double and triple bonds. Anyway, it amounted up to, yeah. So the thinking that I had about this is wow. I mean, this is a cool thing. I took many chemistry classes, and so I thought the product was a cool idea. I recognized myself that I've seen some cool things on Kickstarter that have come through, and that's usually like the solar-powered water bottle, or something that takes water out of the air, or it's something so innovative, or the latest and greatest electric bicycle, or something like that. So when I saw this, I was like, this is because of YouTube. This was successful on Kickstarter because it had that foundation of YouTube.
Absolutely.
YouTube is, I love this story because it shows what we can do by creating a YouTube following.
And it's crazy too, because if you arrow over down to the bottom here, that 500 grand came from 6,500 people. And he has, at the time, how many subscribers?
At the time of this launch,
a million subscribers?
It was 3.4 million by the time of this launch.
3.4 million. So I mean, the percentage is tiny of his subscribers, but yet it still killed his goal by 10 times. I mean, that's influence. I mean, to even just have that, but 6,500 backers, that wouldn't be possible if you only had 7,000 subscribers. I mean, it would be possible numerically, but frankly, most people aren't that quick to give. You know?
So how does this relate to you? I mean, this is a science channel. Chances are you don't have a science channel. What I love about this example is it illustrates perfectly how YouTube has turned business upside down. It used to be you have a product or a service first, and then you create a business, you create a website, you find ways to market it. Maybe you do telemarketing or you do some paid advertising, and you try and get people to come and buy your product. And then from there, maybe you start, maybe I'll do a YouTube channel, or I'll start to do social media, and I'll start to build a following, and maybe I'll start to be hired to speak because now I'm successful. Okay, YouTube has reversed this to where you build your following first.
Yeah.
And then you become an entrepreneur, and then you become a speaker. It's like he built this following by doing something he's passionate about, something he loves, and it became a business, which is kind of fascinating.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, it is one way to go for sure. Yeah, build your audience of customers first, and once you have their loyalty and their love and affection, then you say, oh, by the way, this is available and that is available. And
I'm going to recommend an audiobook. And this is, I don't have an affiliate link to Audible. Maybe I could create one. But go to Audible and look, or Amazon, and look for the book Content Inc. It talks about this principle of the power of YouTube and how you can use it to build a tribe first, and how you can then turn that into a business after.
Is it only an audiobook, or is there a hard copy? Do you know?
Well, I'm sure it's hard copy.
I know, but you of course would obviously.
Smart people that when they exercise listen to audiobooks. It's like a mobile university, or when they mountain bike, or when they drive.
I've heard that smart people also read, but not while they're working out or driving.
We have differences of opinion, but
it's just this kind of thing.
Not while they're driving. Yeah.
What do they do with if I don't even Kickstarter, but if your goal is 42 grand and you get 500?
Well, it funded,
don't you
and so
have
he was
to
able
use that money towards the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you don't pocket it.
If you hit your goal, you have to fulfill on what you did, but obviously he far exceeded his goal, and so if you look.
That's what I'm saying. So what do you do with the balance? If his goal is 42 and he raises 500, I wonder what the 450.
He basically,
over.
This was across a 5-week period, and after day one, he's like, "Wow, we already hit our goal. So now I'm going to set a new goal. If we get to this, I'll be able to add, this other atom into the molecule kit. And if we hit another goal." And so it just kept going and going and going.
That's crazy. Really cool. I hadn't even conceived that that's where we were going with this story. I thought you were literally going to talk about how he made 500 grand solely on YouTube, direct YouTube revenue. But you're an outside of the box type of thinker, aren't you?
Well, because I come from the entrepreneur side.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about, especially in the beginning, I was like, wow, you got this following. What can you do with it?
Yeah.
Love that. A lot of fun.
I love it. I know I would like it if I were watching.
So I'm curious about your ideas, Scott, and I'm also curious about all of our viewers. What ideas do you have about what would you do? Here's the question. If you had 1 million or higher subscribers, what types of things could you do to monetize it outside of AdSense? Share it in the comment below.